Hi Kashish, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great. First of all, congratulations for winning this title, Miss International India 2023.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And I want to know, you recently won this title. So, ये post winning days कैसे चल रहे हैं? What are you doing these days?
So, since the time I've come back, I came back on 10th and it's about to be a month. And it's been so much fun. So, because when you come back after winning a title, you have something called homecoming. And everybody has given me so much of love. I got to visit my school again as an alumni. I had a lot of events where I've been invited as a guest and meeting all these people who've been just giving me so much of love. So it's been hectic, but it's been a lot of fun. And I just find it amazing. I can't stop doing this. So
And
hopefully it'll keep
you,
on going. More visits.
yeah, and you look really pretty today and always.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So, Kashish, can we talk about your day one at this pageant? Like, how was the
Definitely.
journey? Yeah.
Well, day one at this pageant, well, it was amazing. It was surreal because I have been trying to do pageants for a very long time. I started as a teenager doing these small little pageants in the local city. And from there, I built up to this Glamour and Miss International India. And the first day when we went, we reached the hotel. It started off in Indore, and we reached the hotel and meeting everybody it just felt amazing because you could see that this is the first step and this is where my dreams will come true. So I think it was amazing meeting everybody, learning from the best, and I made a lot of amazing friends on the first day itself. And I'm just so glad it was an amazing moment.
And do you think you have changed a little bit in this journey?
Definitely. I think every day, I mean, changed for the good, first of all, because every day I got to realize this is something I can work on. This is something I can incorporate. We had a lot of sessions which would tell us, these are the things, these are little tips and tricks that will help you. My confidence has definitely increased a lot. My communication skills improved. And moreover, even my personality, I think when once you go through such an amazing journey, it's a long journey, it's a hectic journey, but you always come out as a better person at the end. And it's just been a lot of learning, and that learning and knowledge, I think that is something that has changed me because it's the experience that has been added to me, and that definitely makes a difference.
And Kashish, this is not your first achievement, we can say. You were awarded by PM in 2021 as the best cadet. So, can you please tell us about that?
So I joined NCC 3 years back. It's the National Cadet Corps. It's the world's largest uniformed youth organization. And over there, there's something called the Republic Day Camp, where so there are 15 lakh cadets all over in NCC. And from there, cadets are chosen to be a part of this camp. We march on the Rajpath on 26th January. And in this competition, in this entire camp, you have this competition called the Best Cadet Competition, in which every state sends one representative, and we have a lot of competition. So you have written tests, you have drill, you have GK, you have interview, you have group discussions, and over the period of around 3 to 4 months, they declare a winner. And I got to represent Maharashtra, and luckily, we worked a lot. It was a lot of running around, a lot of drills, a lot of sleepless nights because we barely got 1 hour of sleep. But at the end, I came out victorious. And I think that moment, getting the prize from the Honorable Prime Minister, I'll always cherish that because that was the day, when all the hard work was rewarded. That is something I hold very close to my heart.
Yeah. So, Kashish, how will you describe yourself? Personal, and this would be how you feel about yourself.
I think I'm a confident, ambitious, and a vivacious young girl.
Okay.
I think that's something that would define me. And yeah, I am somebody who likes to keep working on myself and keep improving every day so that I show up the next day better than I was a day before. Yeah.
Kashish, I must say you are a multi-talented girl. You are a tabla player, you are a Bharatnatyam dancer, NCC cadet. So, how do you do this?
I think this is something that inculcated in me at a very young age. Since my childhood, I've always liked to do a lot of things. put my hands into a lot of cups because I like learning a lot of new skills. So whether it is dance, music, tabla, or other skills. So for that, I think the one thing that I go by is having a very good schedule, because once you have a schedule and you know that this is the time that I've allotted to a particular task, it becomes very easy to do things. So if you can manage your time well, I think you can do a lot of things in a day, and that is something I abide by, and that's helped me a lot.
And when did you start learning dance or tabla playing? Like when?
So tabla I started when I was in my fifth standard. So I think I was around 10 years old. Yeah. And dance I started even 2 to 3 years before that. Yeah.
Okay. So we have seen your videos on Instagram Reels. So are you a yoga person or gym person?
I have started gym very recently, like in the last 2 to 3 years, but otherwise yoga has been there for me for a very long time. Um, I was a bit flexible as a child too, and since then because it allows me to connect with my inner self. So every morning, I think yoga is something that I prefer more than gym. Also, it's very calming and soothing. And you can do both. You can do a lot of exercises. You can do power yoga, and you can also do, when you want to calm yourself and you've had a hectic day. So yoga helps you to connect with yourself. So I'd always choose yoga over gym any day.
Okay. So what are the other healthy habits that you've used to follow and that helped you in this pageant or in your overall personality?
I think for me, it was a lot of things. One, definitely yoga, because the things around you can become very hectic. So you need to know how to keep your calm, how to make sure that, you can stay cool even in the worst situations, even when nothing's going your way. The dresses are suddenly not fitting, or maybe there's something torn. So I think yoga helped me that way. Diet, I did follow a very strict diet, and chocolates were a big no-no for me, which are really my favorite. So that is something that I had to give up on. But yeah, so diet also did help me, and exercising. Moreover, another thing which I feel is very healthy is knowing what's happening around the world. That is something that I was every day feeding myself news, whatever's happening. So these are something that I was abiding by: a good diet, good sleeping hours, good sleeping schedule, because that helps a lot. And yeah, staying connected with what's happening around me.
Okay. So is there any topic जिस पे आप घंटों बातें कर सकते हैं किसी के साथ भी? It can be your passion, movies or anything.
I think it would be dancing, because dancing is something that is very close to my heart. It allows me to connect with myself and with the audience. So, dancing is something that I can talk about and do for hours and hours, because I'm feeling I have a bad day. I think I'll just take it out and dance, and I'll just let my emotions go. And I think that's something that I can talk about for hours. Yeah.
Yeah, I can relate to. I also love dancing.
Oh, you're a dancer? Wonderful.
Yes. So, Kashish, also, how did you prepare for this pageant? Baby steps or something else? What were the preparations?
So there's a lot of things that go behind. You need to work on your walk. You need to work on your talk. You need to work on your body. You need to work on how you present yourself to the world. So I think ramp walk is something that I worked on a lot. I would practice 1 hour every day. And because ramp walk is something, the first impression is when you enter the stage and you're walking, and they get to know your personality through that. They get to know how confident you are. So that's always a lot of times make or break. So I practice my ramp walk a lot, like every day, at least 1 to 2 hours. I'd be on my 6 inches and I'd be practicing in front of the mirror, taking recordings of myself. I had a lane in front of my house where I do that. That is one thing. Then the talk, obviously. So having a good introduction. I also participated in a lot of online debates and competitions to, inculcate or enhance my communication skills, so that during a question answer round, I don't stumble at all, or I know what to answer. I know what's happening around. So debates and elocutions was something I was doing on the side online, so that I can, keep on honing my communication skills. And I was reading up on the world every day. Because you need to know what's happening. I think I have said it enough times, but it is something that's very important. So news is something that I was making sure that I stay connected with. And yeah, and obviously gym and yoga, I think that helped me a lot. So these were the 4 things that were covering all my bases during the pageants.
Okay. And also, there's this one person who is your support system. Who is yours?
For me, it's my mother. It's a lot of times it's your mother, but I think for me, my mother's been there since my childhood. So, as a teenager, as a child rather, I was barely 10, 11. I was going for small pageants, and she's the one who's always taken me. And without anything, there have been so many times that I have lost. There's so many times that I've cried my heart out and thought, okay, maybe this is not meant for me. There's so many times people have told me that, Kashush, this is not meant for you. You're not meant for modeling. But she's the one who's always been there for me. During my good times and a bad time, she's encouraged me, motivated me. And I think I can never thank her enough, honestly.
That's beautiful. And also, can you tell us about Ritika Ramtri, who is the founder of this Tiara Pageant Training Studio? Because you learned under
She
her.
would
So.
be my second mother, if I may say so, because whatever I have learned about pageantry, I've learned under ma'am. If it wasn't for her, I don't think I would be here where I am today, because I came to her as a novice. I didn't know what was pageant. I knew that, okay, this is what happens because you've seen pageants online, but you don't know what goes behind the scenes. You don't know what all you need to work on. So I reached ma'am's place in January as a complete novice, didn't know what to do. But she inculcated all these little things, little tips and tricks. I've learned my makeup from her. I didn't know I was so bad at makeup. I can't even tell you. I learned that from her. I learned how to present myself. I could work a lot on my walk. So I think she has been there. And even on the hardest times, you just give her a call and ma'am will be there for you. She's been like a second mother to me. And I'm so glad that I could meet her and I could train from her. I'm so glad I have her in my life because, you give her a call and she'll be there for you no matter what time it is. And she'll be there to motivate you and, tell you to get up on your feet and get back and start working hard again.
Okay. And Kashish, do you love collecting some things? Because we saw you have a collection of tiaras, but what else you?
Well, the tiaras I owe to Ritika Ramthiram, those were the tiaras that I earned at her place. And hopefully another tiara will be added next year. So fingers crossed over there. But yeah, I like collecting pictures. I think I have, so on my wall around, I have this small pictures which I like to collect because these are like moments which you like to keep for yourself, right? So these are moments that my happiest moments and moments where, you could really see them and you can go back to that place. So I think pictures are something that I really like collecting.
Okay. And also you have a podcast also?
Yeah, I
Because
did one podcast for it's called Half Soldiers,
yeah.
and it's founded by another person, Bankim Jha, and I was invited as a guest over there. And I spoke about my journey of my Republic Day camp and what all we had to do during those entire 4 to 5 months to get to the final place and get the baton from the Honorable Prime Minister.
Okay. So can we ask you this obvious question, which is, can we expect you to, be in movies? Any?
Oh, well, it's down the lane.
Okay.
That's what it will happen soon.
Okay. So you love acting?
I do. I mean, a bit. I've not been into acting a lot, but I mean, recently I've started liking it a bit more. So for now, my head is focused on my pageant till 1 year, but who knows what the future holds ahead. So maybe 2 years later, who knows?
We are excited actually. And you love traveling. So which is, if yes, then any favorite destination, traveling destination you have?
So me and my family, we've traveled quite a bit. My sister likes it way more than I do, and she has had the privilege to travel more. Perks of being an elder sister. But me and my family, so we went to the last family vacation we had. It was in Andaman and Nicobar Island, and it was gorgeous. I think the beautiful beaches over there, and oh my God, the crystal clear water. I think that's one place that will always be there with me. And if I could go back again, I'd go right now. And we all did scuba diving, so these are the things that were amazing. So that's one place that I really like, Andaman Nicobar Island.
Okay. And you have this NGO which you started in lockdown. Can you tell us about that?
So my NGO, it's called Team Critical Cause. And well, I started during the peak of the pandemic. It was time, I felt very helpless. All of us, we were bound to stay at homes and, we couldn't go out. And I think that's the time where I called a few of my friends and we decided to do something while sitting at home because none of us could go out. And it was just too frustrating not being able to do anything. So we decided to form a group. I formed a group on WhatsApp and Telegram. And we would ask patients around us. So we knew some of the people who had contracted corona, and we'd ask them because corona was everywhere. So every person had a person in their family who had been infected. So we'd ask them to mention the requirements. So whether it was plasma, or if somebody was having trouble getting a hospital bed or an oxygen bed. So we tell them to write it down. And we would also know people who had already recovered from corona. So we'd go and request them on call, and we tell them that if you're willing to give your blood to this person. So it was just all night calls, from calling the hospital to calling somebody who has already contracted corona. And that's how it started. So during that time, we helped 80 patients, and I'm very happy about that. There were so many more we could have helped, and I mean that was a sad part too. But 80 people that we helped, and I think that is we were very proud of that. And once things started opening up, once the lockdown ended, we shifted to blood donation. So I stay in Pune, and we went to Armed Forces Medical College. That's where we go and donate our blood. So we are a group of volunteers, and we also encourage people. So we have done quite a few flash mobs in malls, various malls across the city, regarding blood donation. And while we were doing blood donation, I realized that, another cause that is, while we're donating, we can donate during life and after too. So we started advocating for organ donation as well. That after you pass away, you can actually save 7 people's life if you donate your organs. And I think it's a noble thing to do, and there's nothing to be afraid of. There's a lot of misconceptions behind it. So that's how we started. So now we do flash mobs to create awareness about both blood and organ donation, because these are things that you can give, and all you will gain is goodwill, and you lose nothing. In blood, all the blood you give gets replenished. It's barely a 10-minute procedure, and absolutely no loss. And even post life, you can actually live through somebody else. It's like a second chance at life, and that person will forever be indebted to you because they got to live through you. So I think these are two things that we're working on. And right now, with 300 people in my NGO, but I really hope that it becomes more as I reach a larger platform, international platform. I hope my NGO will also expand with it.
Inshallah, that is really amazing, Kashish. So
Thank you so
you are very
much.
vocal about this health and in this field. So your parents are in medical field, I guess.
My mother's a teacher. My mother's family has a lot of doctors.
Okay.
And my father, he is a defense civilian, but he did his PhD in biochemistry before he joined the defense.
So there was little background there. Yeah.
A bit, yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about your favorites here. So
All right.
which is your favorite comfort food when you feel low the whole day and you come back and you want to have this food?
I think that would be popcorn for me. I think because it's very light, you can munch on them and you can munch a lot. So I think popcorn is my comfort food.
It's
And
kind of
I'll probably
healthy
have
too.
a movie in front of me and, keep
Yeah.
on munching on it.
So your favorite movie of all time?
Oh, that's such a hard choice.
I know. Recent or
So
you
many
can
of
tell.
them. But
Okay.
recent, okay, I loved Gangubai a lot. I think Alia Bhatt in Gangubai was amazing.
It's an
So that's
amazing
my recent
movie.
favorite.
Yeah. So your favorite singer?
Um,
It's hard to
okay, so
choose.
this is one singer that I started off with. Again, such difficult choices. Singer, books, I can never choose one, but I think I love Taylor Swift. I think as a teenager, I started off with her, listening to her songs all day, all night. So yeah, Taylor Swift, she's the one who introduced me to pop and, country and all
Yeah.
the English music. I think I started with her.
Yeah. And your favorite dance form?
Oh, I love contemporary. Although I am a Bharatanatyam dancer, but I have started to love contemporary a lot because it allows me to express myself really well. So contemporary, hands down.
And we would love to see your videos, dancing videos. We couldn't find any.
They're
So
on my profile. You have to scroll down a lot, but it is there. And I'll be
yeah,
uploading some very soon. So, you can wait and watch for that.
like
I'm going to upload a few.
there's a demand. We want a separate YouTube channel for that because.
Ooh, maybe I'll start one. Who knows? Yeah.
Okay. And your favorite actor, actresses?
Alia Bhatt. I really love Alia Bhatt and her acting. And actor Shah Rukh Khan, sir, amazing. Them
Wow.
together in Dear Zindagi, wow, that was
Wow.
amazing. That was one of my favorites too.
And any favorite color?
Mm, so I love playing with colors. Like it's according to my mood. If I am feeling amazing, cheerful, I'll probably wear a very bright color. But I think black, you can never go wrong with black. Black
I
is
knew
like a
it.
all time.
Yeah. So, Kashish, anything you wish to learn now? But I think you know everything, but still, any other skill you want to work on?
Well, there's a lot I think you can never stop learning. I mean, even though I have reached earlier, I think I'm pretty sure there's so much more that I can learn from people who are already in the field. And I think I will soon, my training will be starting with the Glamnan organization, and they'll be preparing me for the competition. So I think I would wish to hone everything before I go. My walk, my talk, I think it has to be perfect. And as much as I can learn from the people around, I will. And I think, well, not learn, but if there's one thing that I want to do, I think I would want to do skydiving before. I
Wow.
mean, in this year itself, I think I hope I can. But let's see. That's one thing I want to check off my bucket list. So,
All right. And what are you planning now? Like any specific thing?
hmm.
Or, yeah.
So for now, I mean, my college is still going on, and my college will be ending in May. And after that, I want to keep my focus on the pageant itself till December. And hopefully we get the crown back. And I think maybe diving into acting and further into the modeling field is the aim for now. But right now, this 1 year is devoted just to my pageant because I have to represent India in the best possible manner and bring the crown back home.
All the very best, Kashish. It was a very nice
Thank you so much.
conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining.
It was very nice being here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Kashish.